Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joyous Stampin' with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon and it's our wonderful Wednesday. Today we're not actually making cards, we're making a box to put cards into. I know it sounds crazy, but you'll hopefully love it and be inspired to make some of your own card box holders. Go to hold while I flip and we'll get started. All right, let me shift things over. You can see a little bit better. Like I said, it is Wonderful Wednesday, which means today's the day I share with you something that I find wonderful, and also I reward you by giving you a gift whenever you shop with me on my online store on a Wednesday. And the gift for the month of March are these amazing rhinestone wave basic jewels. This is one of the last weeks. We have one more week of March, and for you to earn this for free just by ordering today. I love these, and I hope that you've seen them a couple times in some of my projects and you've grown to love them too. Look at all those different colors, and who doesn't love a rhinestone, right? Love it. All right, let me go ahead and show you what we're working on today and give you a little bit of background behind it. So this is a card box holder that we can make. So it has a lid and a bottom, and it opens up, the lid does, and you can find cards inside. So I have some of my Miss Monday cards in here, the cute little bee ones, and I have this one in here from a Miss Monday, super cute and easy cards. But this one can fit easily a 5x7 size cards. It's big enough to hold those, and envelopes. And I want to say at least 10 cards in here. I'll have to give it a try and see how many cards I can stuff in here. This is one of the projects I had available for my Stamp Camp goers for them to make and design their own. So this is a fun one if you're making a lot of cards, or if you want to give it as a gift and nicely wrapped. This is a great way to make your cards and put them in something nice and hand them over as a gift. All right, so let me go ahead and show you. Let me take this out of the screen real quick because I have a big piece I want to show you. So cutting the paper is probably the hardest part. So let me give you some quick tips and show you. I also have over on my blog, of course, all of my measurements and a visual so you can see how the best way to cut this piece of paper. All right, so this is a 12 by 12 piece of DSP. I'm using the Pattern Party Hostess paper for this one, which I just love because it has black and white on one side and then a bright colorful on the other. Super awesome paper, and you can only get when you spend $150 worth or have an online party, which I will gladly host for you. They're really easy. I give you a code, you share that code with others, and the party works itself. All right, so let me show you some of these, how to cut it. My first tip is to cut this one right here at the 6 7/8. So that's this one. These two pieces here are for the front of the bottom of the box and the back of the box. So it'll be this part here and this part here. And then this top piece here, you're gonna use that one for the top of the lid. So that's the same measurement as width, and then we just change the length, I guess, is what we'll say that one. Then this part right here will be an extra piece, and you can keep that and save it or throw it away. We don't need it for this one. Then your second cut, what I suggest would be down over here, and we're gonna make another 6 7/8 going this direction though. So then we'll have this side of paper available, and you'll make these two pieces here, which are the front and the back of the lid. And then I'm missing a piece here, but we'll see if I can find it. I think I just dropped it somewhere by my feet or on this desk because I had it just a minute ago. So hopefully we can find it. If not, we'll pretend. So this would be two cuts right here to create this part, which is the side of the lid right here. And these two, like I said, are the front of the lid and the back of the lid right there. You can kind of see how I've flipped over the colors, so you'll know that this is the bottom, it's the rainbow, and my top is going to be my black and white. So we'll have those two pieces here. These pieces right here, set them aside. We don't need those. Those will be extras. Then you'll need to cut again on this little square you'll have left over here. You pull it down so you can see a little bit better. And the last 2 cuts we'll need will be for the sides of the bottom. So when you get these 2 cuts here, you'll have 2 extra pieces from this cut there. So you should be left with this plus this piece here. There should be an extra one floating around. Hopefully, like I said, it's just hidden right now. We'll keep an eye out for it. If not, I can cut another piece using our extra here. All right, let's go ahead and move this out. And let me show you the card, the bottom and the lid for this. Let's start with our bottom. So what we are going to take is a 11 by 12 piece of cardstock. Stampin' It sells these by family, so this is part of the Brights family. I had 2 of each color, and I just love Bermuda Bay, so that's the color we're picking today. Then you're gonna score it at 2 locations, going on the 11-inch side. It's gonna be the 2 and the 9-inch. And then we're going to turn it on the 12-inch side and score it at the 5 and the 7. Then we're going to grab our paper snips, and we're going to go from the 5 and the 7 score to that 9-inch score right there, and we're going to stop there. We're just creating some awesome tags. Just like that. If you wanted to cut in miter or make like a wedge shape for this part, you totally could. I'm going to just leave it as is. And we'll do the same to the exact opposite side. Cut it to that score line and cut it to this score line here. Just like so. All right, grab your bone folder. We'll start folding these and creasing them on the score lines. And you'll start to see our box will take shape, or the bottom of our box, I should say. Get those 2. Crease it right here, right there, and right there. Flip it and do the other side. There we go. And one more right here. So for me, it is always easier for me to glue DSP when things are flat. So what I like to do is flip this side over, and we're going to glue on our paper right now. I highly suggest using, of course, our multi-purpose liquid glue that comes with a green lid. A lot of times you'll hear this as green glue. It comes out white, but we call it green glue because of those double-sided lids. So we're going to go ahead and attach this piece of our DSP. And I'm so tempted. Should I do the rainbow side or the black and white side for our main body? I think I'm going to switch it because this one I did the bright colorful on the bottom. I'm going to make this one more of the black and white and then just colorful on the top. What do we think? Is that crazy? Ooh, we'll see. So sometimes it matters which direction you go in for the lid. So this one are the lid pieces. So that one might change it up a little bit. We'll have our lid having different stripe directions. That's okay. I think it'll be fun. We'll give it a try. So the way I cut it originally was to make sure that this was going the direction we wanted it to go, so it would match the whole time. But we're going to change it up because we can. All right, so we're going to line this one up. Make sure we have a little bit of border on all the edges and lay it down flat. Grab our 2 side pieces for this one. And we're going to glue those on. And you'll see that they really just match right up into it. So you'll have no question of which one goes where based on the scoring lines that we've created. So I'm going to put this one, line that one up. And then we're going to line this one up. So my question to you is, what do you guys do with all of your cards? Do you have a place that you store them, like a shoebox? Do you have a card rack? Do you keep them in a baggie? I know if you make a lot of cards like I do, you need to find spots to store them, or even a way to gift them. I'm going to flip it over and we'll attach this one now. You see my paper has a little bit of a rough spot there. We're just going to cover that up with a DSP and it won't even matter. Just like so. Oh, I do love this black and white Tony, good call. She thought black and white too. All right. Now we have all of our DSP on this one. We're going to flip it back over and start attaching some of our tear tape. So grab your tear tape out. Either your scissors you can use with it or just your nails and just to rip it apart. And when you put them on these tags right here, we're going to fold them in. You could either do one giant piece all the way across. This one's kind of short, so I might add a little bit more. We just need, we'll do maybe like a T. There we go. A little bit of these ones. And these ones you can see are going to be folded in. We'll go across that way with that one. And then I got to make sure I'm doing it right. So let me play with this a little bit because since I have my DSP on, I'm going to have this on the inside and this needs to be over. So the pieces that have your DSP on them also need to have your tear tape. So we'll put one on the top. This one now, as you see, this is going to be the inside. This is from the outside of the box. So the inside of the box, we're going to put tear tape on this rectangle tab right here. We'll put some on each top. And if it's too long, just grab your paper snips and trim it. And then let's grab one more long piece. Let me do a better job measuring this one. There we go. To measure, just kind of line it up against it and give you a good idea. Okay, we should be ready now to assemble this bottom here. What we're going to do is go ahead and remove the backings. If you have a hard time getting those backings off, just rub it a little bit more with your bone folder, make sure it's burnished, and it'll come right off. There we go. Okay, now what we're going to do is go ahead and take this end right here that doesn't have the DSP, and we're going to attach that to here by just making it stand up. Let me turn it so you can see a little bit better. And lining it up there. Let me turn it, sorry. I want you to see it, but I want it to be able to move it too. There we go. Right about there. We'll do the same thing to the other side. Go. We're going to take that corner and line it up to the corner here. And there we go. Okay, now let's remove the backings of our rectangles here. There we go. On both sides. If you don't trust yourself, you can totally do the one at a time. If you're worried about that getting stuck in the wrong spot while you're working on this one. Fold it into it, and we're just going to line it up to that corner, just like so. Same for this one. Perfect. And there we have our awesome bottom. Look how great that is. Stands up. It is perfect. All right, let's go on to our lid. And if I still haven't found that extra piece, like I said, I'll just have to cut some more. All right, so for our lid, it is a 10 1/16 by 5 1/16. Kind of a weird measurement, just a little bit more than 10 and a little bit more than 5. This one I had to use a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. This one you could use a regular 8 by 11 piece of cardstock. You would just have some leftover paper. If you use a 12 by 12, you can get 2 lids out of one 12 by 12. All right, for this one, we just need to do some trimming. So those were our measurements, and then I went along each side, and scored at 1.5. We're going to take our paper snips and do a little cut. I like to do the cut on the long side right here, but it doesn't matter. We're just making a tag or a tab to attach it to. I like to cut it on the score line, turn it, and cut the other side. There we go. All right, now we need to attach our DSP. So we're gonna have this piece here, and we're gonna have that piece there. So you can see it's gonna go a little bit different directions, but I think that'll make it really fun. And like I said, that one piece is just missing somewhere, so we'll give that a cut real quick before we go on. There's that one. Oh, and I can't forget the top of our box too, right? I love that this paper is double-sided, so I have choices of how I want our box to look. I could even keep it all black and white. That would have been just fine as well. All right, let me glue this one on. And then let me make sure I have this right size on this guy before I cut it. I think that one's 1 3/8 by 1 7/8, but let's double check it before we glue it. Let me grab my paper trimmer out. Okay. So this one does measure at that 1 3/8 by 1 7/8. Let me take this strip here, our extra piece, which I think was, oh, I think that is the right size right there. What do we say? Just about. We'll line it up anyway. We'll go 1 3/8. So we're trimming off just a little bit on that one. And then we're going to turn it and do 1 7/8, which is almost to the 2. There we go. Fix it. Okay, now we can glue those on. Oh, what I should have checked though, what direction these stripes are going. They might be all kinds of crazy now. Let's see. So that one's matching with that one, and this one is like that one. Oh, party foul. That's okay. It'll still be awesome. We'll still make it work. All right, go ahead and grab your bone folder and let's get these creased. This will be a special box I can keep for myself. We are making 20 birthday cards at my stamp camp this Saturday. And so this box will hold all those cards for me that are using the same stamp set. So they kind of have like a theme, and that'll be perfect. Okay. So now you kind of have like this weird shape here where we have these little tabs. You want to put the tear tape on these on the inside like that. Let's do on all 4 sides, and I'm going to make it at a diagonal. Just like so. You could use liquid glue if you don't have tear tape. It just takes a little bit longer time to dry, and you have to hold it still so that way it doesn't move when you need it to. All right, remove the backings, and we will create this awesome lid. I'm going to do the backings on 2 of them at the same time. Turn it, line up your corners, and just kind of hold it. Do the same thing for this side. Line it up. There we go. And then we'll take off the tear tape on this side. Line it up. If you feel like you need more adhesive, if it's not enough, you can stick a little bit of liquid glue in here. If you feel like if it's not sturdy enough for you. Oh, this is why I like to remove the backing before I get it closed on. All right, line it up, and that should be good. All right, moment of truth. Will our lid fit on top of our box? Go ahead and grab it, and you kind of give it a little squeeze on the bottom. And voila, it does fit. Oh, super cute. Okay, so you could finish it just like this and be completely done. But as you notice, I kept this one really plain, and it could be just the DSP, and that's totally fine. Or you could add something to the front to let you know what kind of cards are inside. So I'm using the Biggest Wish stamp set. I could have made this box full of thank you cards and had the thanks on there. I could have made this a box full of just hello cards or cards for a friend. And I could use any of these sayings and just had an awesome theme to it. So I went ahead and I pre-stamped on some of my die cut labels these awesome tags here. And I did a birthday and a birthday right there. These are the tasteful label tags, you know, one of my favorite ones. And you could either attach this with dimensionals on either one, flip it over, do it that way. You could even grab I have this doily here, which is in that basic gray, and I would flip it over even if I wanted it to have that white instead, and I could attach it and make it look like that. We could embellish with ribbon, rhinestones, whatever. If you were going to give it as a gift, you could grab some ribbon. Let me grab some real quick. There we go. We have some ribbon here, and we could have grabbed this and then attached it to it and make a bow and give it away as a gift that way. And that would look really cute as well. And they would have to just untie the bow every time. If you don't want them to have to untie the bow, you just do it on the bottom and have it wrapped around and have a cute bow on there. There's just lots and lots of opportunities for you to embellish any way that you want. I think I'm going to keep mine fairly simple. I'm going to use just this cute little birthday and add some dimensionals. Let me grab my dimensionals out. I think I might make the other one a little bit more fancy with the doily though. Okay. And there we go, a super easy birthday right there. Of course, you can embellish a little bit. I have some sequins that have adhesive on the back, and I can add just a little bit of bling around our birthday here. Because who doesn't like a little bit of bling? Just cute and in that corner there. Super simple and easy, and now this box is ready to hold all of my favorite birthday cards in it. I hope you guys have had a fun time learning how to make this awesome box and give it a try, especially if you are a stamp camper. This is one of your assignments to do before the event in order to earn some extra tickets towards our grand prize. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.